Jews are one of the wealthiest nations in the world today. In the US, 1 in every 4 billionaires is Jewish. Jews are truly wealthy, teaching their children about business and money management from the age of 5. They're among the wealthiest families globally, with advanced financial networks often connected to Jewish interests. Despite living separately across Israel, Europe, and other countries throughout history, Jews have maintained their connection, which has significantly contributed to their prosperity. Do you know how they achieved this success? If you're ready, let's explore the history of Jewish wealth that spans the globe. First, let's see how the tragedies Jews experienced turned into an astonishing wealth. The first reason for Jewish wealth is their religious beliefs. Between 60 and 70 AD, during the war between Jewish and Romans, Jews who lost these wars were either exiled to various parts of the Roman Empire or taken there as slaves. The establishment of a new European states and the rise of Christianity as the dominant religion marked the beginning of difficult times for Jews. According to the Bible, Jews inflicted many injuries on Jesus Christ, and it was because of Jewish pressure that Christ was crucified and killed. This situation fueled hostility between Christians and Jews, marginalized Jews among European people. Before the Middle Ages, Jews were forbidden from owning land, receiving education, serving in military, or holding royal titles. In many places, Jews were even barred from entering the city centers. Due to such exclusion, Jews were only allowed to engage in a few trades, such as handicrafts and lending money at interest. Although usury was forbidden in Christianity, it was permitted among Jews to charge interest to non-Jews. As stated in Deuteronomy in the Old Testament, "When you lend to your brother anything, you shall not charge interest. From foreigners you may charge interest, but not from your brothers, so that the Lord may bless you in every land where you go to live." Usury or loans with high interest rate become the foundation of banks and one of the primary professions in Jewish neighborhoods. Some Jews became wealthy through this practice. Even many governments benefited from the activities of the famous Jewish Rothschild family, which considered one of the wealthiest families in the modern world. However, usury was not the only path to Jewish wealth. Here, we encounter the second essential element of Jewish commercial success: kinship ties. To prevent their wealth from being plundered, Jews entrusted their assets to trusted relatives in other cities and countries, protecting themselves in this way. For centuries, Jews did not invest in real estate. Their philosophy was to invest in lightweight but valuable assets for mobility in case of exile. They converted their wealth into valuable assets like gold and silver, which were valued worldwide, ensuring that even in exile, they wouldn't lose their wealth. Due to their small numbers and widespread dispersion across Europe, Jews maintained close connection with each other. Because Jews were prohibited from performing tasks that Christians were allowed to do, they collaborated with one another. Look around, you'll likely see friends who envy each other because of money. You might have experienced this yourself. However, for Jews, the wealth of friends and relatives is as important and valuable as their own, because they rely on each other for survival, and money begets money. Therefore, Jews initially provided job opportunities for their neighbors and simultaneously involved their relatives in other countries, leading to mutual prosperity. Despite Jewish tribes being fragmented and exiled to different countries, their religious beliefs such as only marrying within the Jewish community and their small number kept their connection strong, supporting each other during hard times. This solidarity laid the foundation for today's large Jewish family businesses. As previously mentioned, Jews in exile were not allowed to trade or access education. Hence, financially well-off families sent their children to relatives in other countries to learn various businesses and broaden their worldview. Today, large Jewish family businesses still require their children, after completing university, to work in other companies for 5 years before joining their family business. This helped them gain a realistic understanding of different systems. A well-known Jewish saying beautifully summarizes this approach to education. If you don't teach your children how to make money, they will learn to steal. Names like Rothschild and Einstein are not the only prominent Jews. Do you think it's coincidental that Christopher Columbus, who discovered America, was also Jewish? Another Jewish business tactic is to sell not just coffee, but also a sense of conscience. Be aware of this commercial trap when you encounter it. Let's compare two major coffee companies. One produces excellent coffees that suits your taste, while the other donates part of the money from each coffee sale to provide scholarships for poor children in Africa who lack access to education. Which company would you prefer? A key principle of modern corporations rooted in Jewish philosophy is, if you earn $10, spend $1 on living. If you look at old companies, you'll probably notice that family members are advised to avoid the media and public displays. Many of these family members are unknown to you because Jewish involved in business tend to keep a low profile. If a Jew in Europe shows off, they will attract attention and some people may target them. Wealthy Jews dress in a way that avoids attracting attention. They live by the principle, if you earn $10, spend $1 on living, $1 on worship, $1 on helping others, invest $2 in new ventures, then save the remaining $5. This method of saving is called the jar system. The purpose of making money is to provide comfort and well-being. One definition of well-being is having savings that can support you when needed. Therefore, no matter how much you earn, if you can save half of your income, you've succeeded. The key is that what you do should not be limited to your lifetime, but should continue indefinitely. According to Jewish principles, a person's lifespan is not enough to master a craft. It takes a lot of time. Ultimately, success or failure is possible in any endeavor. But authentic individuals are enduring. Hence, one must pass on the secret of their trade to the next generation. If not, they have failed. When you hear the stories of Jewish companies in various countries, you'll see that many of them started from a small shop in a quiet alley and gradually grew. This is because Jewish business philosophy says, if you're an ordinary fruit seller, do your job with passion. Don't praise rotten goods. Those in need will still buy them. If you speak ill of your bad goods, there will be no room to praise your good ones. Don't badmouth your partner. Keep your promises. If you follow these principles, you'll sell the most shares in your neighborhood. If your children listen to you, they'll sell most shares in their city. If your grandchildren listen to you, no one else will sell shares but you. Let's illustrate these teachings with an example of our life. Imagine you're a construction worker and want your children to study. According to Jewish philosophy, this approach is wrong. If you're a construction worker and can save part of your income, the only thing you should do is master your trade. If you save enough money so that your children can build and sell a house, your grandchildren will build hundreds of homes for others. Another key point is that if you forego $3 for your friends, you will earn $5 for your children. What does this mean? Let's consider a surprising example. During the construction of a tourist port, local traders bid to manage the port and offered the highest prices. However, a mysterious Jewish trader warned them that if they didn't grant him the management of the port, not a single tourist would come. Sure enough, international tourist agencies began canceling their cruise tours, and the port's management was eventually given to that Jewish family. This is called mutual support. Speak with someone knowledgeable in this field. Jewish traders consult with a mentor during tough times, a mentor and guide from outside the company who has business experience. Since they view events from the outside, they provide guidance without getting emotionally involved, often offering more precise insights than the business people themselves. Contracts and agreements are always written down. If you pay attention to what people say on the streets, you'll see individuals who have lent money to friends but couldn't get it back, or those who guaranteed loans and end up paying them themselves. Jews never rely on verbal agreements. Trust and business are entirely separate matters, because people can do anything. Spoken words are forgotten, but written words remain. When there is a verbal agreement, you will hear things like, "Alright, I'll pay you later," or "Why are you so focused on money? Is it all you care about?" which could make you feel ashamed. One of the clever Jewish tactics is to create the need for a product before selling it. First, give gifts, then sell. This is genuinely a smart strategy. Imagine you own a tractor factory. If you give these tractors to large farmers for free, after a while, they will need spare parts and maintenance for their tractors, which means you'll be setting up new factories in the area to sell ancillary tractor products. Furthermore, the best advertising for your business is word of mouth among people in the streets. Every farmer who received a free tractor from you becomes a link, helping other farmers buy from you, because human nature is such that when someone likes food, they want others to try it too. Now you might say, not all Jews are wealthy. Of course not. Not all of them are rich, because every society needs various professions and people to function. There are poor Jews, and there are Jews who fail in their businesses. However, the noteworthy point is that while Jews make up just 2% of the world's population, they have achieved commercial successes 90 to 100 times their population capacity. It is evident that we have much to learn from Jews in economic matters, and it's clear that Jews will continue to be one of the world's most influential communities for many years to come. I hope that with the same demonstration they have in business, they will also strive for international peace. Thanks for staying with me till the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and also press the notification bell. See you all in the next video. Bye bye.